Okay, let's just jump right in. We are about to break down a system that lets you process a ridiculous amount of information at a speed that honestly feels like a superpower. We're talking about getting through 100 different research papers. Think about that. The sheer volume, all the different findings, the competing arguments, the whole shebang. And doing it all in just 60 minutes. Yup, not days or weeks, but one single focused hour. Now, to put that into perspective, trying to do this the old-fashioned way would take you about 30 hours. That's the better part of a work week, just spent on painful line-by-line reading. So yeah, we are talking about a massive, absolutely game-changing leap in efficiency. So let's talk about that 30-hour problem for a second. It's the agony of manual research. You know the feeling, right? You're just drowning in PDFs. Your highlighter is running out of ink, and you're still not totally sure you've connected all the dots. The old way is what we were all taught. You read, you highlight, you take notes. It's slow, it's painful, and it's just impossible to scale. The new system, though, it's all about getting you the insights that actually matter, fast. And that's exactly what this is. This isn't just about some new app you download. It's an entire AI co-pilot system. A better way to think about it is like having your own personal research assistant, one that's ready to do all the heavy lifting for you. Now, the tool at the heart of this whole system is called NotebookLM, and it's from Google. Its real strength, its superpower, is its ability to not just read, but to actually understand and synthesize information across hundreds of your documents all at the same time. But listen, this is the crucial point, so I really want you to hear this. Just having the tool isn't enough. That's amateur hour. The real power, the magic, comes from using it inside a specific, strategic system that makes it work 10 times harder for you. So, let's get into the method itself. This is your step-by-step guide to making that crazy 60-minute goal a reality. The system breaks down into 5 pretty simple parts: strategic organization, then something called smart batching, using the notebook guide feature, listening to an audio overview, and finally, running custom queries. Let's break down exactly what each one means. Step 1 is all about prep work. Before you upload a single thing, you've got to organize your papers into categories. But here's the pro move. Organize them by how relevant they are to your main research question. This little bit of pre-work is so vital because it helps the AI make much better, more contextual connections later on. Next up, smart batching. I know it's tempting to just dump all 100 papers in at once and hit go, but trust me, that's a mistake. Instead, you're going to create smaller, themed notebooks, say 3 notebooks with about 35 papers each. And why do we do this? Well, because the AI processes these smaller batches way faster, and it gives you a far more accurate synthesis. And now we get to the really good part. This next feature is honestly where the magic happens. This is the thing that condenses hours and hours of manual reading into just a few seconds. It's called the Notebook Guide. With a single click, it generates a comprehensive summary of everything in that notebook. But it's so much more than a summary. It points out key concepts, it finds common themes, it even shows you the relationships between papers and suggests questions you should be asking. This is the synthesis you'd spend hours, maybe days, trying to create by hand. And if that wasn't mind-blowing enough, get this. NotebookLM can generate an AI audio overview from your papers. Yeah, you heard me right. It literally creates a conversation discussing the key findings. This means you can absorb the core concepts while you're at the gym or on your commute. It's incredible. Okay, the final step is your fact-checking and deep dive layer. This is where you go from just passively consuming to actively researching. You can ask the AI super specific, nuanced questions like, hey, what are the biggest contradictions in these findings? And it'll search all 100 sources to give you an evidence-backed answer, complete with citations, in seconds. So, let's look at the actual results. This is where you see how this system isn't just a neat trick. It's a genuine superpower for your productivity. Here's exactly how that hour breaks down. You spend about 15 minutes organizing, 24 uploading and processing, 10 to review the guides it creates, 8 for the audio overview, and just 3 minutes for any custom questions. The total time? 60 minutes. It's transparent, it's efficient, and it's completely achievable. And this chart just says it all, doesn't it? 30 hours of manual, painstaking work versus 1 single hour of focused, system-driven work. The result isn't just faster, it's often more comprehensive, because the AI can spot connections a human brain might miss. Of course, it's a co-pilot, not the pilot. Your critical thinking is still the most important part of this whole equation. And this brings us to the real takeaway. In today's world, the problem isn't getting information. We're all drowning in it. The real advantage, the real bottleneck, is your ability to process it, synthesize it, and act on it faster than anyone else. And don't for a second think this is just for academics. This system scales for pretty much anything. Analyzing 50 industry articles? Done. 200 competitor reports? Easy. Even 100 job descriptions to find patterns? If you need to understand a large body of text, this system will work. Before we wrap this up, here are 3 quick pro tips. First, export everything. Always have a backup. Second, use different notebooks strategically. Maybe you have one for papers that support a theory and another for those that disagree. And finally, and this is the most important one, ask questions. Don't just read the output. Interrogate the AI to get the deepest possible insights. So I'll leave you with this question. The bottleneck isn't information anymore. It's our ability to process it. Now that you have a system to do that exponentially faster, what will you learn first?